Welcome back to All the Crackers in the Box. Hi, it's me, your friend Corey, with my fabulous, beautiful crochet hooks. Alright, I've done some thinking, some soul searching, some stuff offline, not on video. So I'm feeling the 5.5. The 6 is a little weird. Like, I tried starting it with this and I just felt very, like I'm a beginner. It was really weird. I don't know, it just is not working with this. This 5.5 feels very secure. And so this is what I'm going to make my blanket with, is my 5.5 is where I feel the most comfortable. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm feeling like I'm getting a good speed. My stitches are uniform. It isn't a struggle to use. The 6 for some reason feels very awkward and unwieldy with this particular yarn, so I guess it's just not the one for me. Not for this project anyhow. It is for other projects, don't get me wrong. I love a good 6. But the 5.5 is feeling and looking really secure. So that's my vote, and I'm restarting this particular granny square for this big blanket. This is my big ball of shame. And yeah, glad you're here for this. Let's get going. So, as I've mentioned before, I'm not a glamour channel. I'm not going to snap my fingers and magically have all the answers. I will try a million things, experiment, and find out what works best for the situation. Because who knows, maybe next time I want to use this yarn, if there's a next time, I might not want the same effect. I might want something that is a little different. 1, 2, 3, and another set here for 4. So that is the beauty of crochet and other fiber related hobbies. All right, let's try to see if I can tuck that in a little better. Alrighty, that almost looks decent, but that is what it is. And I will tuck that away better later. Nice little compact square. 1, 2, 3. That was a spot that was always a struggle for me. I always end up doing 3 double crochets after doing that, the chain, and that always ends up messing me up. I'm not going to do a chain between the clusters. I feel that spaces it out too much. I already had one attempt where I did that, and I did not like how it looked in the long run. It was just too holy for my liking. 1, 2, and 3. So this feels nice and cushy. It's not stiff. Yeah, that's going to be a bit of a bother. I'm going to have to... Oh, yeah, if I do that, when I come back around, I'll be able to... Yeah, that'll be fine. I got it now. I know how to get that in. Just wrap it around there and just put my stitches over it. It'll be fine. We'll never see it again unless I have to frog, which I hope I do not have to frog this again. This project has been very interesting. To say the least, it's already been frogged 4 times. Maybe 5 if you count a couple of the different testers I've done. That's alright though. That's how I know I'm going to get what I'm looking for this project, and it will be exactly what I was tasked to make. because no, they don't want a store-bought one. They want a blanket made by me because I don't make blankets very often. So that was the consensus between all three of my children's. So now we're gonna go around the knotted bits there, around again, and one more time. So this is definitely going to be a mindless project, that's for sure. Oh my goodness, no. There you go. Oh my gosh, I thought that was I was going to be a goner there. I don't want to have to cut the yarn if I don't have to. 2, 3. And I only need 2 to make up the 3. And we don't even need to have it tightened. We don't need to have super tight stitching. This is just, sorry. This is just a soft, lovey blanket. Something to make you feel warm, cozy, and like that journey from your bed to the couch wasn't as long and cold as you remembered it. We all remember how it is to be a little kid and come out of that super warm cocoon of our beds and have to get up in the morning and how cold it is. And I understand that. And sometimes during the day when they're out there in the living room watching TV, playing a game, playing with toys, or even just reading a book or coloring, they like to throw a blanket on. My big one especially, she loves a cozy blanket. And she will specifically take one off her bed and bring it to the living room and then take it back to bed at bedtime. So I'm just trying to give them the comfort and comfortable setting that they love. They love to be cuddled. Cuddles are the best. Which is why my house is full of so many adorable stuffed animals. Because we all love a good cuddle. There we go. So it's just a big granny square. That is it. Just going around and around. I thought about doing something fancy. I looked at the virus granny. I looked at a couple other stitches, fan V-stitch, which is very pretty. But I saw right away that it says that it loses its shape pretty easily, so that was not what I wanted. I just want this to be a simple, maybe 2-week at most, project that I can just pick up and go whenever I have a few minutes. I'm probably going to have to put my finer ones with the fine weights away for a little bit. I may do like 15-20 minutes here a week. Probably a video's worth. And that's it. And that is what a couple of my projects are running at right now, where I just pull them out for the videos and just put them back away because my time is very limited. And I do seem to enjoy starting new projects like most of us do. Get all excited and then it takes a while, so your excitement wanes and you need that excitement kick again. Yeah, that's way better. See, it's got I can crumple it where I wasn't feeling that. I was feeling like it was folding, not crumpling. It's a different feel. Like the drape to this is more wearable. There we go. I am very happy with this, I think. I think this is going to be the right choice. 4.5, as pretty as the stitching was, it was too tight for this yarn. For a different project, absolutely, that would be amazing. Like if I was covering a chair or making one to put on the back of a couch, totally would go with a stiffer, tighter one. But for something just to make you feel warm and cozy, I don't think so. I think I want loose. I want a little more looseness. I want a little more drape. I want you to be able to wrap your feet into it and not feel like you're wrapping up in a soft cardboard. So hopefully I have achieved that and figured out which one works, because of course this kind of yarn did not tell you what size hook would be the best. So this has been sort of just experimenting, and I mean, lots of different hooks would work great, but it also depends on the effect you're going for. So for me, this one is comfort, softness, gentle, cloud-like, that kind of thing. So that's where we're going with that. I've been looking at some new sheets for my bed, so the background here may change. I'm not sure if I'm going to be using these gray ones anymore. Someone thought it'd be really cute to cut a hole in it, so now it's got a big hole and it has been patched, but I'm not crazy about using patched up sheets for very long, just because I don't want the hole to get worse and that kind of stuff. So there is a chance that I might be changing it up, but I change up things all the time, so whatever. So if you see new sheets at any point, it's because I needed them. Not even an aesthetic thing. It was just totally like, yeah, my sheets are not doing well, so I may have to replace them, and I don't know if I want to go with something like this. I might want to go with something a little more fun. There's a few things I'm looking at that I may order. Don't know yet. Might not be till after the new year, after Christmas is done and all the gifts are done and all that kind of stuff. I may wait a bit, but it is on my to-do list. As it is, this sheet has to be pulled back on at least 2 to 3 times a week, so it doesn't quite fit. It's a bit small for this bed. This bed is absolutely ginormous and difficult to keep made. So that's one of my things. I'm hoping to find cute sheets that are fun, that will fit this big ginormous thing. So I'll be on the lookout. It's no big deal. Yeah, that is feeling so much softer than it was. Like, this yarn isn't bad. It doesn't feel hard, but it was feeling, like I said, that soft cardboard foam stuff that you can get for arts and crafts. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's kind of like a foam cardboard. It's different. They make cute little things for sure. They're fun for cutouts and whatnot, and little toys and little add-ons, but I don't want a blanket that feels like that. Definitely not. Yeah. Yes, it starts off very boring with just the white. But we go to gray and black on this one, and then I have the blue-green one and the pink-red one. So there are 6 to choose from. 3 colors, 6 balls of yarn, and I do believe they had more when I was there last, so if I need more, I can get more. Or just grab some scraps and come up with something to continue on the joy. Yeah, I don't make a lot of blankets, that is for sure. Blankets kind of intimidate me. I am afraid that the size of them, I will lose interest, that kind of thing. I've made one blanket, and that was that Ninja Turtles corner-to-corner one. That one was a little easier to take because it was panels. So I'm hoping by doing panels on here, it won't be so difficult on my brain, thinking that this is going to be such a huge project. It is a huge project, but it's also a much needed one. I've looked at the thrift stores and stuff, and none of the blankets I have found have been anything the family wants. So I don't really want to buy a new blanket. We do have blankets. We just don't have any to grab when it's cold out. We have our bed blankets and that's about it. You don't always want to bring your blanket out when you come out every time. That's not fun. That seems like work. So this is my 5.5. I don't think I've actually used this one for a project yet. I might have. I don't think I have though. It's not a size that I usually gravitate to. But I think this is going to... Yeah, I like the way this feels in my hands. This feels like something you would want to wrap around yourself. The other way did not feel that way. And I'm going to keep repeating that to make sure that I convince myself, which I am convinced, but I still need a little more prodding, that I'm okay with taking apart that much of the whole thing being that close to being done, because I was already getting close to the black, which is the last color. And here I am going, no. It just wasn't feeling the way it should. And sometimes you gotta make those sacrifices just for the greater good. The greater good. So, I've made my decision. I thought about asking for a vote, but this one isn't a very serious one. It does not have to be the most beautiful. It does not have to be a showstopper. This one is for love, comfort, and warmth. So, that's fine by me. And that was what the request is. That's why I'm fine with using this yarn, because I've been saving it for a little while. But a family blanket is always a great idea. I have a couple other blanket projects that will be coming up, and they are going to mostly be little squares that I make up, but one of them in particular has a lot of details, so that one's going to be a very long-term one, because as usual my son picks something spectacularly difficult, because he thinks it's great to do that to me and challenge me and make me get better at my skills. I appreciate that. Kind of intimidating, but I do appreciate it. Either way, I am completely satisfied with this size, and this is going to be lovely, and this project is going to be fun. Anyways, thanks for joining me here at All the Crackers in the Box, and I will see you again very soon. Bye!